Okay, hello. Um, hello there, Adia. Aditya. This isn't. So this is actually a commission of Shadows of Brimstone. I've already painted up the Viking set, and I've also painted up. What was the second set I did? Oh my god, it's gone straight from my mind. I literally just finished them as well and sent them off. I did Vikings first, and then oh yeah, I did the one that was in the thumbnail perhaps for this video was the whatchamacallit, the Conquistadors. So I had 4 Conquistadors plus 2 of the special characters. We painted them up and they've already sent them off to the client. Now what I've been working on is the Tradera. So I've been painting up these guys here. One request was just to make the base, rather than this kind of murky kind of brown, more of a kind of reddish orange brown. So I'm going to be painting that as well. See how that goes. But yeah, these guys were kind of fun to paint. Getting some nice colours in there, I think, and getting a little dial on the back there is kind of fun. So yeah, it's kind of cool. But yeah, I got these guys to get done, and then I jump in on the Aztec. I've got an Eagle Warrior, and I've got a Jaguar Warrior as well. So I'm going to paint up these ones. I've got a few reference photos along with Sergio Calvo's Aztec Warrior as a kind of like a, oh, if only I could paint as well as that. That would be awesome. But yeah, we're going to give it a go. So yeah, I thought I'd just jump on YouTube and Kick today. So we're multi-streaming. Normally I would paint on Twitch. That's where I do most of my stuff, and my regular streams are on there. But today's like an irregular stream, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna jump on and do a bit of YouTube, because I haven't been uploading very many YouTube videos these days. I've got a couple in the works, so hopefully they'll be out in a little while. But it's just been hard finding the time to sit and edit and do all of that kind of stuff. But we'll get there. Alright, I've got to kind of decide on some colours here for this thingamajig. So let me just bring around my reference photos for myself. I haven't set up the shots to be able to show reference photos and things, but that's all right. So just give this a go. I think we'll get started. Oh, cool. Yeah, sorry. Again, they're not my sets. These are the only ones I've got left now. Here, I've sent all the others off. But you can always have a quick look on my Instagram. I've kind of got them up on the Instagram. If you just search for Zombie Sashimi, it'll come up. I've got some photos of all the Conquistadors that I've done and the Vikings that I did as well. But yeah, it's kind of cool to get the chance to paint these guys. So I want to kind of figure out this Jaguar skin first, this fur. Make sure we kind of get the image for that right. So it's kind of, we want to go for that light brown, then with the dark brown spots. So it's just getting the right color for that though. So let's go a little bit light. I'm wondering if we go heavy brown as the base with a little bit of maybe highlight skin to just kind of bump it up a bit from there, just for some of the highlighted areas. Once we've got all the shading right on that, then we hit it with the spots with leather brown. That's what I'm going to try. We'll give that a go. Let's see if it works. I don't know if it will. We'll give it a shot. So I'm going to start off with just a base coat of the heavy gold brown. make sure my wet palette's nice and wet. There we go. So let's just get that all on the brush there. Do you have many of the sets for Shadow of Brimstone there, Aditya? Right, let's just try on a little bit of this, see if we can get the kind of the image right first. There seems to be a hell of a lot of different Shadow of Brimstone sets out there. I was just kind of like, after getting the commission for these, I was kind of having a look at a bunch of them, and I was like, wow, there's a lot. And the person I'm doing the commission for, he actually does some YouTube videos of playthroughs. He does them in Italian, but the auto subtitles do a pretty good job of translating his work. I believe he goes by the username, I think it's the real Knoll, or the Knoll, N-O-L-L. Giving him a little search, you should be able to find him if you wanted to see them. They're pretty cool. Okay, so we've got kind of like an idea of a color there. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put I'm just going to mix in a teensy bit of highlight skin in, just to raise up for some highlights. We're going to just mix that together. We don't want too much, because otherwise it's going to be too obvious. So we're just going to mix that right in there. Get a nice bit in between there. Oh yes, oh good. Yeah, so hopefully his next videos will have the models that I painted for him, which would be kind of nice. Go, get a bit of a highlight there, just spot it into there. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, I've never actually used bead paints before now. I here in Japan, it's kind of like the GW stuff is really expensive, and I don't particularly like doing stuff out of bottles. I prefer dropper bottles. Yeah, that's right. So these future videos, when you see some painted models, may well be the ones I painted, which I'm kind of excited to see. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. What was I gonna say? Completely forgot. I was gonna say something, but it's gone. Oh yeah, like the contrast paints. I don't get the GW stuff because it's just so expensive here. But they finally released the Vallejo Express color range, so I've been picking up a couple of them. Thank you. Yeah, they just came back to me. So All right, let's see. Let's have a quick look here. Yeah, they're pretty expensive over here, so I waited for the Vallejo Express colors to come out, which they finally have. About a month ago, they finally came over to Japan. So I picked up 6 of those, and I was playing around with them. And like this blue, this turquoise, this is one of the Express colors that I just threw over there. And so is the red for the tank. And yeah, I'm pretty impressed with how nicely they came out and how evenly they spread as well. They seem pretty nice. So yeah, I'm not really one for doing kind of contrast paints and quick things, but it turns out to be pretty good. So I'm pretty happy with that. Right, we're gonna try and get these. Little spots in. This is gonna be interesting. I wonder if that's dark enough. Might need a little bit more black in there. Yeah, I'm gonna still have to try and figure this out. I think it still needs some more depth on the underside. Try and figure out exactly how I'm gonna do that. Alright, I'm gonna get a little bit of black in there. Oh, sorry, the speed paints. Oh, they're the army painter ones. I see what you mean. Yeah, I'm just kind of again, army painter is just. I don't think I've never seen army painter here in Japan. Pretty much, or if I have, it hasn't been particularly cheap, so it kind of defeats the point because army painter is supposed to be kind of like a decent cheap option kind of thing. So Vallejo is actually the best quality at the best price here in Japan. It's pretty equivalent to all the prices abroad, whereas all other paints kind of get a really big increase in their costs, which is really annoying. Okay, this is kind of working. Okay, starting to get a kind of a leopard print. I've got like a little bit of the brown still showing between the black there, but I feel like we still need some shading going on. So I wonder if we use a wash to do that. I've got myself a sepia shade. Let's just try watering that down and giving that a go. There we go. So yeah, we can just kind of knock that down a little bit there, give it a little bit of a contrast in colour. A bit of something there. Yeah, figuring this one out is going to be a tricky one. Leave that one to dry. I think we've kind of got an idea of how we can try and approach this and see what it'll look like when we do the whole model like this. But before I do that head, I mean, it's kind of annoying. Like, there's a massive gap here. I'm afraid it was already pre-built and sent to me like this, and I was like, do I try to put in some epoxy putty or something in there? But I felt like I was going to muck it up more, probably just the way this one is. But well, I just have to deal with that and work with it as it is. It's just a shame, really. That's all. But yeah, let's try and get in there and do the face. And we might as well do the arms as well whilst we're doing that. And his feet as well. So I'm going to get the fairy flesh stuff out. We're going to go with a burned flesh. Mixed with a base flesh. And a natural flesh. I don't want to go too high. So I still want it to have a kind of a deeper colour, but I think we can work with these ones. We'll give it a go. Let's give it a go. So we've got that one there. Get the base flesh in as well. And a natural flesh. I don't want it to look too much like the fur colours, so we're going to try and hit it into that kind of reddish kind of colour quite heavily if possible. God, you're going to be a tricky one to paint. So, I wish the helmet was not stuck on there first. Oh, that's interesting. Where are you based in? Because here it's like half the price. A bottle of Vallejo is like 300 yen versus a bottle of GW, which is like 600. And you get more in the Vallejo bottle. Yeah. That's right. Yeah, usually at a shop called Volks, they sell the Vallejo stuff. I actually entered into one of their Vallejo competition. 580 yen. Whoosh! Are you based in Japan? Oh, it's down south in Indonesia, I see. I guess they don't have really straight up distributors there, so you end up having to pay for it being imported in. Yeah. That sucks. That sucks. Yeah, Vallejo only have so many places that they actually sell around the world. They're not as well distributed as GW, so yeah, if they don't have a distribution there, it's going to be expensive. That's a shame. Yeah, I like Vallejo. I get good. I generally get a good, consistent result from Vallejo stuff, and I don't feel so bad if I get a bad paint because it just doesn't cost as much as a GW one. It's not like paying 600 yen for a Korax white and it being like the worst white ever. God, it's difficult to paint this guy inside his helmet. Yeah, of course, it's a no-brainer, yeah. Especially with like the contrast stuff. With the contrast paint. I know you get a bigger bottle in GW, but it's like 1,000 yen. Whereas the Express colors are 500. So it's just like, yeah, I'm not gonna need. And it'll be less wasteful as well because it's already in a dropper bottle. So it means I can control it better when I'm dropping it anywhere. But yeah, I get this commissions done and then I'm kind of getting ready for October and paint some of my crew boys. Get them all up and going. That's gonna be nice. It'll be just fun. Get the crew boys painted and then look at selling them if I can. Oh, cool. Yeah, I haven't been able to find them myself. I think I can get them online though. So I'd really like to pick up some AK paints and try them out. I was wondering, I'm going back to England for the holidays in Christmas. So I was like, oh, maybe I can pick up some around then when I go back to England, because then at least I'm in Europe and it's generally a bit cheaper. Just hope they don't explode on the plane. Really hard to get in there and paint this face. But we're getting there. Hey Aspire, how's it going? Yeah, sorry I missed your kick message there. I had to look up at the screen there to catch it. Yeah, I just because it's a Sunday, not my regular painting day, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just try streaming on YouTube and kick for a bit and see how things were going. Oh, nice. Yeah. The Infinity stuff, Defiant stuff. Yeah, I had to kind of stopped making some of those videos. It was really hard work, but which is a shame. I'm gonna be getting tag raids soon, so I probably want to make some content on that. I'm gonna probably focus a bit more on the painting, but I was thinking about getting into just doing some straight up Infinity. Just do some simple little videos at first, but maybe one day build up towards a an actual like fully animated battle report. But again, it's just finding time right now. Work has got me crazy busy right now, so it's kind of hard to do the YouTube videos. At least with Twitch streaming or painting streaming, I'm getting painting done, which is really what I want to get going on. I've been enjoying doing a lot of painting these days and working on improving my painting ability. Let's just try and hit these black spots again with a bit of brown, just to make sure they're not completely lost on there. Anyway, Aspire, how you doing, man? You getting yourself all ready for the Infinity tournament? Well, yeah, the reinforcement packs are basically models that you can just buy if you really want to. I didn't bother getting any of the reinforcement packs. I already had a bunch of those models. The others I didn't really want anyway, so I just kind of left it. But getting tag raid coming through, that's gonna be great. One thing just to say about Infinity Defiance, if you haven't played it yet, is game's fun, game's great. The rulebook is an absolute mess. So you have to play it a few times to kind of get the rhythm of the game going, because you don't want to be referring to that rulebook because it sucks really badly. So that's just my one thing I would say there. Pleasure.
大丈夫なんだけど、もう一回。
今はストリーミング。
あ、ごめんなさい。
はい。
これもう一回だけちょっとやり方を教えてほしいんだけど。
プリントの。
うん。これ。
Just a moment. I've got to help my wife with just a little bit of printing and be right back. Just a second. Sorry about that. Ah, nice, Aspire. Good to see that you're getting just into hobby. Brilliant. Okay. I'm glad you're using my videos to help you. I don't know how much help they really are, but thank you. That's awesome. Yeah, I would have loved to have made more, but it was a bit much. Maybe if I get more time in the future, I can give it another go. That's the problem of living in Japan. You end up having a Japanese work life. I guess you're all tournamented out right now. I do want to sort out with playing some games as well over Tabletop Simulator. So I'd like to play some Infinity. I'd like to play some Aristea. I would like to also kind of continue playtesting the Apex Legends board game, because that one's really fun, especially if we can get like a group of us. That would be kind of cool. So you have that like 4-player. I've got access to the full game now as a kind of tester, as a backer. There we go. All right, we'll slowly kind of get in all of these kind of reddish browns into the skin. I kind of wish I did do some gap filling on this thing. I want to be careful because I might be able to throw in some contrast paints onto some of these bits that are dangling down. To really exaggerate them, or at least just play around with contrast paints. Thinking of doing kind of like an Aztec gold for the shield. I'll do that NMM. It actually updated my subscriber count. Before it was just always saying 600. I guess once I went live, it actually updated it properly, which is nice to see. Could do with a brush with a bit of a bigger belly. This one's drying out on me very fast. Nice, it's a fairly nice point, but just dries out me quickly. Yeah. Alright, the only other bit is the feet. I should say the only other bit are the feet, not is the feet. I was being careful, I'm not being careful now. I'm just like, oh, that bit I can just paint over again. It's no big deal. Just make sure we cover all of the skin. I'm hoping to get a non-metallic metal gold video out, hopefully in the near future, but I would like to also go through just to kind of practice doing some of the basic animation for Infinity. I would like to just do some like rules explanations, just the basics, just like little short basics videos where I animate the actions and everything for the game to explain the rules of the game. Kind of what I wanted to do with Defiance, but Defiance just bloody killed me. That's nice. Boom. All right, let's hit these first highlights in. Yeah. Right, I bet. Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, I mean, Defiance plays very differently from Infinity. But on the board game side of things, the one that they did really well was Aristea. That is a fantastic board game. It uses kind of similar rules to Defiance. It's what Defiance used Aristea's rules, and that's kind of what made me want to go, oh, I want to get Defiance, along with kickstarting off my Shizvasti army. But Aristea is a fantastic game. Absolutely love that. I've got some videos of that I did quite a while ago, and I'd love to come back to doing a bit of Aristea again. I was actually working on an Aristea video, and then I lost the bloody footage of the game I played, which was very frustrating because I was kind of like getting my way through actually editing the video, and I was like, God damn it. So I may just play some on Tabletop Simulator and edit those down a bit so there's just highlights. Just for something a little bit easier to edit for myself. If I can get that kind of going with some content, maybe then I can do some more intricate work. If I could try and get myself into a schedule of actually playing a game once a week of Infinity, Defiance, or Apex Legends, then I could at least release that kind of content a little bit more frequently on my YouTube. That would be kind of nice. Yeah, for the luckily you don't really need it for the main game, which I still haven't finished playing, to be honest. I should just sit down and just play it for me rather than for videos, just so I can get through it, but again, it's just time. Or maybe I could do some gaming of it. I don't know. No, maybe not. I don't know. It's just annoying. Yeah. Yeah. Well, they'll probably have a you can run equivalents for the Tikbalang, I think, and they'll be releasing a new Tikbalang model, I'm sure. So that'll always be an option. I'm curious because I'm going to be getting the JSA tag in Tag Raid, and at the time that was the metal tag, but since then that one's gone out of print and it's now the new thermoplastic one. I'm curious as to which one I'm going to be getting. I imagine I'm getting the metal one, which would be nice because it would be like, okay, I got one of the historical minis, but I don't mind either way. There's a few tags which are kit and a Tikbalang-esque. Yeah, I mean, no one's going to be that bothered. It's still a big model that will wreck face on the table, I think, for Infinity Defiance. Try and build up this skin tone here, keeping a lot of that reddish brown in there. I think it works for the kind of Aztec kind of skin tone. I really like trying to figure out different skin tones and make everyone's kind of skin look unique. As much as I can. I must say, talking about Infinity Defiance is making me go, I kind of want to get it out and play it again. Give it another go. But I really want to just play some Infinity, to be honest. It's just difficult to play here. Tag raid should be fun though. I'm hoping that's a way of introducing some people to Infinity in a kind of a lighter, more fun kind of setting with multiple players. Gotta wait for the bloody thing to come. I've only been waiting 2 years. Right, let's get this skin tone in. just glaze down a little bit more, so it's not quite so chalky. Okay, I'm starting to like it. I think it's working out okay. I think we're doing all right. Let's get the feet. Okay. I think we've got ourselves a skin tone here. Just kind of glaze this bit a little bit just to smooth out some of those brush strokes. And then I think we're okay. Yeah, I think that's looking okay. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this guy's eyes. I think that's going to be just a little bit too hard of a task to go and do that. So I think we're going to avoid doing that much anyway. But we can at least get in all of the fur, I think. We can get the fur done today. Oops. We can get the fur done today. That's going to be a pretty good spot to be in. Yeah, I did. The Zenithal was done with an airbrush. I used, what's it, surface primer. I used a black and then a white to do the Zenithal. I did a big old batch painting of many models, not just these guys. also had some Infinity combined models to do, as well as a great big cruel boy orc. What's it? Swamp Fiend thingamajiggy. I don't know what the name of it is. It's a big one though. Is that the glue that was used? It's very odd. Some of his neck I missed. It's kind of annoying. I'm gonna have to get in there and do that again. Okay. Right, which parts of his back are also got this skin on? A bit tricky to get into this one. Okay. Okay. I think that's all the fur there. Now we've got to try and get this pattern all in place. I'm not going to worry too much about the face of the jaguar. We're just going to be hitting the actual fur and trying to get that bit right first. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm now going to do black spots, and then I'm going to be highlighting those with the dark brown. I think that worked out best for me. So we get those spots in first. All right, let's do the head. Nope, I've never played it. I just watched a little bit of what the Noel played. It looked pretty interesting, and you can play it by yourself, which is also something I kind of like because I don't get to go out much to play with people. But it seems very cool, the fact that you can have so many different kind of themes and settings going on. So it seems quite robust in terms of its kind of storytelling capability and things. It's kind of cool. Yeah, yeah, it's just seeing how much there is. It really is. That's always the danger with the Kickstarter stuff, isn't it? Can end up going quite deep. Yeah, I think that's the thing. I like games where you get a bit of a narrative going, a little bit of a story going. So we were talking yesterday on the stream about Malifaux. How Malifaux's kind of got this really cool kind of storytelling element to it. It's really cool. Wow. That's awesome. But yeah, it seems like a pretty cool game. I don't see that many painted miniatures online when I go searching for pictures of them, beyond the box art and a few other people's painted models. I guess it is more in that kind of zone of board games, and not all board gamers are into the painting aspect of miniatures. It's the same thing I kind of saw with Scythe when I was painting the models there on a commission. That one's a very famous game, but again, the number of actual painted middies out there is perhaps not so high, when obviously compared to things like Warhammer Infinity, Malifaux, wargaming in general. Yeah, they're nice to paint, but yeah, they're not like, you know, super high detailed. You can tell by this one, like there's a bit of like scuffy stuff on there. Aha. Yeah, Infinity's models are freaking beautiful. I love painting Infinity models. I was very surprised when Corvus Belli decided to send me a copy of End Song and the minis. I still got to paint Maximus. Alright, there's a bit I missed, which is the center of his shirt. Nah, yeah. Painting's fun though. I love painting. Absolutely adore it. It's my favorite thing. And getting better at it. I recently kind of got gold in a painting competition in Osaka as well. I was quite happy with that one. I actually got the mini back here. Let's grab it. So this is the kind of thing that I really enjoy doing. Is this kind of thing. This is why I haven't been able to make very many videos lately. I've been painting this kind of stuff whenever I can. This one was really great fun to paint. Kind of looking at it now going, how on earth did I do that? So yeah, that was a cool one to do. Very, very happy with how he turned out. But yeah, that was a fun one. Oh, that's the kind of, I really want to get some more models like that and paint them. Alright, let's get some brown in there. There we go. Okay, got a general coverage there. Now we're going to have to hit it with the wash. And what time are we on? It's 11. I may. Yeah. There's always a trade-off. Always a trade-off. Yeah. I would love to do like a video of like a. Well, like of that last model that I painted there, but the amount of footage I'll have to record and then go through to edit is like. Ultimately, do this for fun and relaxation. This is my way of actually relaxing. And I say I've been not getting actually much painting in these days, and to finally sit down and actually do it for any day in a decent length of time is kind of bliss right now. Okay, there we go. I think we're kind of getting a bit of an image of this guy with the jaguar kind of skin starting to look like something. I might have to try and figure out how I'm highlighting it a bit more, but for now I think it looks alright. We'll have to see how it looks once we've finished everything else and getting all the other colour into the model. But for now, that's going to be my stream for tonight. So thank you very much for joining me, and thank you so much, Aditya, for just having a good old chin wag and a chat. That was absolutely lovely. So thanks very much. Really enjoyed that. You have a lovely evening, and I'll catch you again later. Take care. Bye-bye.